Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Keegan. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to hit that subscribe button and put your opinions down there in the comment section. It's been a while since I've done a viewer suggestion, haven't I? Well, be prepared for that because you're going to get quite a few of those. While I was gone, I got quite a lot of viewer suggestions, so you're going to get one of those every other review. So you're going to get a new review next time, then you're going to get a viewer suggestion. You're probably going to get about 3, maybe 4 of those, so be prepared for that. Anyways, on to the review. The Chainsmokers. Memories do not open. The Chainsmokers are an American electronic DJ duo consisting of Drew Taggart and Alex Paul. They've been keeping fairly busy since 2015, releasing remixes online of indie artists. Their 2 EPs, Bouquet and Collage, shot them into the mainstream with huge chart-topping singles such as Roses, Don't Let Me Down, and the inescapable radio hit of 2016, Closer with Halsey. This debut album here that I'm reviewing released fairly early in 2017, and if I'm sharing my opinion, I'm just gonna say right now, it's really not that bad. Sure, there are the occasional stupid lyrics, run-of-the-mill instrumentals, gut-punching drops, shallow, lazy, and often forgettable vocal efforts, and overall just feeling like it was mainly designed for festivals and frat parties. But there's this sick part of me that finds this weirdly enjoyable charm in a few songs here. Let's start with the singles as normal. The first one was Paris, which features this irresistible programmed drum loop. Lyrically and sonically, the song doesn't stray too far from the typical Chainsmokers formula, referencing youth, living without a care. No real drop on the song, which you know for me already gets a passing grade. The instrumental is fairly safe and stripped, which really adds to Drew's monotone delivery on this song in a positive way, strangely making it seem more heartfelt. I really do enjoy this song, and I think it's an appropriate first single. The second single is probably one of the biggest hits of the Chainsmokers' career, Something Just Like This, which is almost this story-like ballad sung by Coldplay's Chris Martin, mentioning how he's trying to compare himself to all these superheroes, legends, and myths, and how he doesn't see himself in the same area as them. But the girl responding with, "No, I just want something like what we have right now, just like this." It's fairly sweet. The drop isn't overly annoying, but it is very fun. It is very run-of-the-mill Chainsmokers drop, but it is one of my personal favorites on the album. The final single is The One, which is this piano ballad that I feel would be more suited to the end of the album rather than the opener. Lyrically, the song is almost a direct opposite of typical Chainsmokers, being about reflecting on how he can't make it to this party due to his own selfishness, and deleting his messages before he even sends them. I don't really enjoy the instrumental break near the end, but I do like Drew's downer vocal delivery over the piano. It has this depressing tone at the beginning, but then almost becomes motivational when the drums pick up near the middle. This is also another personal favorite of mine. With these teaser tracks being fairly enjoyable to me, I had no reason but to be excited for the whole album. And I think Break Up Every Night might have broken those expectations almost immediately. While I am normally a fan of solo Chainsmokers material, Drew's voice sounds way off on this song and out of place. Also, not to mention one of the worst and most notorious lyrics in the Chainsmokers' entire career. The drop just feels so lifeless and static. At this point, I'm just hoping that this album can rebound and come back with some more songs I can enjoy. And then Bloodstream shows up, which is honestly one of the most forgettable songs the Chainsmokers have released. While Drew does sound nice over the soft piano, it does not have nearly the same weight, merit, or genuine emotion that The One had, or even Break Up Every Night for that matter. The drop has even less life and soul than Break Up Every Night as well, and while I do think Drew's voice and delivery is the only real saving grace of this song, that's really it. I think it is probably the most filler song on the album. Don't Say and My Type both feature longtime collaborator Emily Warren, who the Chainsmokers seem weirdly obsessed with. Both songs I don't really care for that much. My Type has Emily putting on this weird nasally accent to her voice, which sounds extremely off. However, Don't Say isn't actually that bad of a song, although Emily's deeper, almost whisper-like vocals at times don't blend well with this instrumental that is almost bordering on dubstep. Honestly, I could easily pass on both of these songs. And now we get kind of a little bit of a rebound on this album with It Won't Kill Ya featuring French singer Luann. This is one of the better songs on the album. While I don't care for features on Chainsmokers songs typically, Luann's vocals work really well, especially over this minimalistic instrumental. The drop here is one of the more annoying drops on this entire album, with this scraping synth which changes the entire mood of this song from something sweet to just something straight out of the basement of a frat party. But still, it's not one of the worst songs on here. Then we get to Honest, which is one of the first songs in a long time on this album that I've genuinely loved. The guitar accented instrumental is actually soothing behind Drew's reverb-tinged delivery. Lyrically, it's about a girl loving Drew solely because he's popular and he's on the radio, but in all honesty, he's just waiting to get home to the girl he truly loves. The drop isn't just screaming in my face this time, which is always nice to hear. And I actually don't mind it because of it. One of my favorites for sure. Wake Up Alone with Jhené Aiko is this ballad-esque electro-pop song about how even though there can be crowds chanting your name and money in your pockets, you may not have the most stable love life and are constantly in fear of waking up alone. Jhené Aiko sounds way out of place on this song. Dance songs really don't suit her genuine soulful delivery. Also, the random beat change at the end feels very forced and unnatural. Not a horrible song, but also not the best. And then we get into my favorite song from this album, Young. The song has a lot of similarities to Closer now that I think about it, especially the opening few seconds where the vocal delivery is nearly identical. However, the chorus is genuinely infectious, along with the drop being a fun, thumping bass that really doesn't get on my nerves. Lyrically, the song is about having issues with love, but blaming that on how young they are. It's sweet, and I personally think it's one of the best songs the Chainsmokers have ever released. And the final song is Last Day Alive with Florida Georgia Line, and just no. I hate this song so much. Nothing about this song works with Florida Georgia Line's style. The instrumental and even their vocals just seem like they were trying way too hard to fit in with electronic trends. Easily one of, if not the worst songs in this album, and the message about living life like it's your last day alive is horrible advice. I get it's a whole upbeat, meant to be positive message, like live like you've got nothing to worry about, but I just don't see the merit in a song like this, especially as the closer. Overall, while there is a lot of mediocrity scattered on this album, some of the group's best works are present on this album. If you do enjoy your electropop a little bit more low-key, I can see this album working for you. However, just be prepared for a fair amount of cringe. I'm feeling about a 6 out of 10 on this album. Well guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.